Had a lighter skinned color.
That would have been George Zimmerman, the neighborhood watchman. Good said 17-year-old Trayvon Martin was on top, straddling Zimmerman.
It looked like there were strikes being thrown or punches being thrown.
During cross-examination, the defense working to reinforce the violence of that fight.
The person who you now know to be Trayvon Martin was on top, correct?
Correct.
And he was the one who was raining blows down on the person on the bottom, George Zimmerman, right?
That's what it looked like.
Zimmerman, seen in this police reenactment video, claims Martin pounded his head against the pavement, something Good testified he did not see.
It felt like my head was going to explode.
Were they going like this?
I could not hear that, no.
Could you hear this?
No.
Seeing the men fight, Good said he ran inside to call 911. Then he heard the shot.
You can hear somebody yelling for help?
I'm pretty sure the guy's dead out here. Holy shit.
Moments later, Officer Tim Smith arrived, cuffing Zimmerman.
What did he say?
He stated to me that he was yelling for help and that nobody would come help him.
It was a bad day for the prosecution, Diane, but there was one point that they kept hitting again and again. Yes, Zimmerman was hurt. Yes, he was beaten up, but was it severe enough to warrant him shooting a 17-year-old boy? Police say he followed anyway in the first place. Diane.
Okay, Matt Gutman, thank you so much. And now I want to bring in ABC's chief legal analyst, Nightline anchor Dan Abrams, watching this case. Dan, bad day. What about this whole week for the prosecution?
This was supposed to be the week where prosecutors proved to this jury that George Zimmerman was the aggressor. He's the one who started it. He was the one likely on top when they were fighting. The problem is that's not what all of these witnesses have said.
Well, the key witness today said, in fact, Zimmerman was pinned down on the bottom. So does that mean self-defense automatically?
Well, this witness is a real problem for prosecutors, not just because of what he said, but because of how he said it. So meticulous, was very close, was very careful in his testimony, but prosecutors will certainly hope that the jurors believe other witnesses with regard to who was on top.
And then there was the witness, the friend, who was on the phone with Trayvon Martin.
A crucial witness for prosecutors, the last person to talk to Trayvon Martin, who testified earlier, and she said that Trayvon's last words that she could hear were, "Get off, which would suggest that, it was Zimmerman who was attacking Trayvon Martin. The problem is there were inconsistencies in her story again and again, which are going to be a problem for prosecutors.
So what do you think the prosecution has to get done next week?
Since they have the burden of proof here, they're the ones who have to prove this case. They've got to step it up here. The lead investigator is going to have to explain why they didn't just charge George Zimmerman, but they charged him with murder, with the intent to kill. I think he's going to be a crucial witness.
All right, Dan Abrams, we'll be watching with you next week.
Thanks.